Super Draco here, and we're back to finish up Pack 2 of Agora Optimus Prime. So, picking up from where we left off, we've got the shoulder assembly, and what we're going to do is we're going to flip it this way and bring in part 2-03. And that'll just slide right over that set, or that black piece with the joint on it. And then we're going to secure it with four 2.3 by 6 millimeter screws. Okay, so we're going to move on. Next we've got parts 2-37 and 35. So basically 37 is the grading, and it's just going to rest on top of 35. It really only fits one way. And then next we're going to bring in part 2-05. Okay, so they're just going to sandwich together, and then they're going to be held in place with four 2x6 PWM screws. Okay, so we're going to bring in our previous assembly, and that's going to drop down on top of it. Now, this can go in two different directions. You want it facing where the little gap in the vents is pointing towards the back of the model. Since this is the left shoulder, that would mean that the smokestack is currently backwards, so you want it that little gap pointing away from or towards you. So that'll be held in place with four 2.3 by 6 millimeter PB screws. Okay, so next we're going to bring in parts TR2-04 and -24. They're going to fit together like so and be locked in place with 4 2x4 PWM screws. Okay, so with that done, we're going to bring in our shoulder assembly, and this is going to slide over those 4 clips. You just got to line it up, and it slips right in place, and then that's going to be held down with a 2.3 by 6 millimeter PB screw. Next, we're going to bring in part 2-39. This is just a clip in. So it has those 2 posts that go into those 2 holes, and then it just clips on. Now, that is way easier said than done, because this was one of the most unsettling things I've put together so far, at least in this bit. So next we have parts 2-36 and 34. So 34 is just a venting. It's going to drop in just like so, and then it's going to be held in place with a 2x4 PB screw. Really, there's only one way it can drop in. Okay, so we're going to take that. It is just a push to fit. It's going to go in the back of the arm just like that. It actually does feel quite secure, but if it does not stay, I will probably glue it. Okay, so next we're going to need parts 2-01 and then 2-12 and 13. So 12 and 13 are going to mount on those posts on the back of 2-01, each with 2 2x4 millimeter PWM screws. Orientation is very simple because you want those clips on the inside, and let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to bring in our shoulder assembly, and that one's going to slide on just like the back panel did. So then we're going to fit the 2 pieces together with a 2.3 by 6 millimeter PB screw. So then we've got another trim, part 2-38. Just like the other one, it's just a push to fit. It's just going to snap in, and it does not feel good at all. So then, with that installed, then we're going to bring in part 2-31, our Autobot badge, and that's also a push to fit. Next, we're going to bring in parts 2-08 and 9. So 8 is going to go on the outside like so. And then 9 is going to be on the inside, and then that's going to lock together with two 2.3 by 6 millimeter PB screws and a 2 by 4 millimeter PB screw. The 2.4 or 2 by 4 millimeter screw goes in the middle here, and then the 2.3 by 6 will go on the outside. So then we're going to put part 2-32 to cover up those screw holes. And this is actually where the pack ends. However, I've got a little resolution to that moment of ADD from earlier. So let's jump, because right here, I've just noticed those two holes I never filled in. And I've got these parts right here. So I'm going to get a scalpel, cut that open, and get those screw hole fillers out. So they're just going to slide right in there. And they're actually pretty good. The camera picks up the subtleties more than in real life. So thanks for watching. This finishes up Pack 2. Check out my fantasy story on Fiction Press, and I'll see you for Pack 3 whenever that comes.